Cruising through Uptown, BGC. Kind of like Manhattan without the people. Without the bums. Virtually will not find a bum here. Guards are on them like chickens on a worm. One bum comes here and starts to panhandle within 30 to 60 seconds. The guards have sent out an alert to all the other guards in the area so that if one of them does something and tries to run, all the other guards will watch for him. Honking at who? Horns in Philippines. Are almost a kind of language. There's little different types of beeps of varying durations depending on what you want to say, and to a very large degree it's understood. One of their favorite things, they'll get 6 or 8 or 10 people, block an entire sidewalk and walk like a sloth, and they just won't get out of the way. They're just oblivious to the notion that there's other people in the world wanting to use these sidewalks. They don't know and they don't care. Now that's a universal thing in most countries, but I find it much worse in the Philippines. I find it extremely annoying after 5 or 10 miles a day of walking on these sidewalks. Certain things that wouldn't bother other people start to bother you if your exposure is that high. My family comes here to visit me, and I point out things that annoy me after 2 years of walking 5 to 10 miles every single day, and they're like, "What? Why would that bother you? What are you talking about?" Well, okay, you do it. You run into that teeny tiny little insignificant problem. You run into that 50 or 100 times a day. It's going to start to bother you. Okay. I've gotten much better at knowing, looking and knowing nationalities of people here, of Asians here. It used to be that for me an Asian was an Asian, that's all there was to it. But I can now almost totally reliably recognize a Malay and recognize Chinese almost every time. And recognize Japanese, absolutely, they're easy. I have trouble differentiating Japanese from Korean. Thai, 50-50. Cambodian, a lot of times I can tell. I've got a whole bunch of packages to pick up, and it's going to be guaranteed that it's going to be a cluster F, because the guards aren't going to be able to find them all every day Go through this every day. Sometimes I have to make 2 or 3 trips down to the package station to finally get all my packages. Usually Lazada, stupid little things, you know, thread or safety pins, or, you know, it all has to come from Lazada because you can't buy anything in the stores here. Even string. I went on a quest for, I think it was 3 days to find any kind of string in any kind of retail outlet. Not in any grocery store, not in any hardware section of any grocery store, not in Home Depot, not in 2 full-on, full-size American Ace Hardwares. The one day I went to 11 stores, never found string or cord or twine or anything like that. Not one inch of it. So you order from Lazada. That's all you can do. That's all there is. That's your option. And consequently, and they will ship every single thing in one box. So like today, I've got like 14 of them pending, and I think today they're delivering 5 or 8. Well, they're already there. They say they're delivered, and we have to go to a little guard station, and they have to paw through all the packages looking for yours. And they every day they have trouble finding one or more. And it's a real problem. And quite a number of times I've had to, they just couldn't find him. They just couldn't find him at all. So I've had to go back to the seller and say, nope, didn't show up. So they start this huge investigation, trying to track down the tracking number, who delivered it, who'd you give it to, what'd you do, do you have a picture of it being delivered, you know, on and on. And then 6 hours later or the next day, the guards will come up to my condo and say, oh, we found it. You know, we dropped it. It was behind something. That's 3 times minimum a week. And it's a real pain in the ass. They've got a security box thing here. You can have the delivery people put your stuff in a security box. I lost an $89 thing from that because they sent me a message saying it had been delivered to the security box, and it had not. And we went through the tracking it and complaints and all the bullshit, and Lazada would not make good on it. I finally filed a chargeback with my Visa card company to get my money back, and they denied the chargeback, so I lost $89 because of their secure box thing that's supposed to solve all this bullshit with the guards. And now I don't use the secure boxes at all anymore. I won't use them. Did I miss this light? What the hell? No. Oh, hell. Well, I'm going. It's bullshit. Okay.